Hello everyone, my name's Alex and I'm a physiotherapist for Physio Function and I'm going to be taking this level 1 different strength exercise class today. So as always, we want you to have a challenging and enjoyable class, but it's important for your safety that you exercise to the correct level. So level 1 classes are designed for individuals who may not have any movement in their affected arm or leg. It is a seated class, so there will be no standing at all in this class. Please note that it is a requirement that you have somebody available to assist you with exercises as needed. So I'll try and give various options of exercises. So find something that challenges you but is achievable. So this is our week 4 of our posture series. So today we are going to be doing exercises focusing on our posture and our core. So we're going to start with a warm up as usual. And then what we're going to do is we're going to go into some technique exercises, looking at working on our posture, integrating our core muscles. And then we're going to go into a circuit of exercises before then going into a cool down. So let's get started. We're going to start firstly with some marching. So I'm just going to start my timer. Okay, and we're going to march our arm and our leg. So if you want to, you can hold your hands together in front here when you're marching. If you can't really march your affected side, just try and move as much as you can. So this could just be using your unaffected side and just lifting a small amount on your affected side if possible. The main thing here is we're just trying to warm up our muscles. Really nice. Lovely, guys. Nice movement, getting those arms and those legs nice and warm. Really lifting up at those knees if you can and thinking about that posture. So keeping that chest up, trying to have your back away from the chair if you can. Lovely. And then let's try and do some tapping with your heels. So again, you're just trying to move as much on your affected side as you can. So that could just be a little lift if you can do. Or it could be doing a little lift forward and tap your foot. Again, the main aim here is just to get everything nice and warm. Lovely. Really nice, everyone. And let's see if we can do a little step to the side. So again, you're trying to just move your affected side as much as you can, even if that's just a little lift on the affected side. Okay, if you've got some movement, just try your best to think about stepping that leg out to the side as much as you can. Really nice. Keep it going. Good. Lovely. Okay, so what we're going to do next is we're going to do some arm reaches. So hold your hands together in front, so support your affected arm. If you've got a lot of weakness down that affected side, you could ask your carer or assistant or whoever's there helping you to support underneath your elbow, and they could also support with underneath your wrist on the other hand, with their other hand. And we're going to try and reach that arm forward, or both arms forward, and then back together. Try and sit nice and tall if you can, with your back away from the back of the chair. Really nice. Reaching forward and then bringing it back in. So try again, think about lengthening those arms away from you, squeezing those elbows straight, and then back together. Lovely. You might find if you're a bit stiff in your arm that initially you can't get very far. That's fine. As you warm up, hopefully you should get a little bit more movement as things start to loosen up. Really nice. Let's do 2 more. Really reach out if you can, and back in. And 1 more, reach out and back in. Lovely. Now we're going to straighten those elbows down and then bring your hands up to your chest. Good. And again, elbows down and back up. Really nice. Down and up. Lovely. Down and up. Good. Let's see if we can do 3 more and up. Good. 2 more. That's it. And last one. Good. Okay, now with your hands, I want you to put them onto your left knee. You're going to turn your head and turn your body to look over your left shoulder. Come back to the middle, then turn to the right, hand on the right knee, and you're going to turn to look over your right shoulder. And again, back to the middle, hands on the left knee, and turn to the left, looking over your left shoulder. And again, back to the middle, hands on the right knee, turn to your right to look over the right shoulder. Think about really twisting and growing from your waist here. Okay, one more time each way, hands on the left knee, turn from your waist to look over your left shoulder. Back to the middle, hands on the right knee, turn to the right to look over your right shoulder. Fantastic. Okay, next one we're going to do is some leg movement. So I want you to think about sliding your right leg forward. If you can, you're going to try and lift that foot off the ground, squeezing your thigh muscle. We're going to lower and we're going to bend that leg back as far as you can. So we're straightening the leg forward. If possible, you're going to squeeze and lift that foot off the floor. Lower it back down and then bend that leg back. Good. And again, we're going to straighten that leg, squeeze the muscles to lift that leg off the floor, and then lower it back down and bend your knee back behind you as far as you can. Lovely. And again, we're going to straighten that leg. We're going to lift if we can, squeezing the thigh muscle. Sit nice and tall. Remember your posture. Lower back down and then bend that knee back. Lovely. Let's do one more on this side. So we're going to straighten that leg out, lifting it up if you can, squeezing your thigh muscle. Lower it back down and bend it back underneath you. Good. We're going to do the left leg now. So you're going to straighten your leg, squeeze and lift that leg off the floor if you can. Lower it back down and bend that knee back underneath you. Good. Let's go again. Straighten that knee. Lifting up if you can. Nice and tall. Lower it down and bend that knee back. Lovely. 3 more here. So we're going to straighten that leg. Lift that leg up, squeezing that thigh. And then lower back down and bend that leg back underneath you. Good. 2 more. Straighten that leg, squeeze that thigh, lifting it up, and then bend that leg back underneath you. Fabulous. 1 more. Straighten that leg, squeeze that thigh, lift it up, lower it back down, and bend that knee back underneath you. Fabulous. Okay. So what we're going to do now then is we're going to go on to some exercises to really try and get our trunk and body loosened up. So let's go on to some side stretches. So what I want you to do is relax your right arm down beside you if you can. We're going to try and reach down towards the floor, and I want you to think about lengthening and lifting up through your side body on the left. Take a nice big breath in here and then come back up. Make sure you're only going as far as you can control. If you really struggle with leaning over, then I would prefer you to have your arm on the chair and just think about lengthening up through your side body here. Okay, so you're reaching down towards the ground, lengthening up through the side body on the right, or hand here and just thinking about getting that length. And back to the middle. Hand on the right, you're going to lengthen up through the left side. Remember, reaching down if you can. And back up. Good. And then you're going to go down to the left, reaching down or hand on here, and you're lengthening up through the right side. And back up. Lovely. We're going to do 1 more time each way. So we're going to go down to the right. We're going to lengthen up through the side body on the left. And then we're going to come back up to the middle. And then we're going to go down to the right, lengthening up through the side, or down to the left, sorry, lengthening up through the side body on the right. And then back to the middle. Really nice. Okay, so we're going to go into our first set of technique exercises. So the first thing we're going to do is cat-cow stretches. So what I want you to do is sit nice and tall in your chair. I'm going to turn sideways so you can see me for demonstration. Okay, sit towards if you can sit with your back away from the back of the chair, that's great. If not, I just want you to see if you can just lighten how much pressure you've got through the back of your chair there. Okay, so you're sitting nice and tall if you can. I want you to round your back, drop your head chin to chest, and then you're going to grow nice and tall through your trunk, shoulders back and head high. Okay, so we're going to practice this for the next 90 seconds or so. Okay, and off we go. We're going to round that back, drop that head, chin to chest, and then I want you to grow nice and tall, shoulders back, head nice and high. Lovely. And again, we're going to round that back, drop that head, chin to chest, and then grow nice and tall. Really squeeze those shoulder blades back together. Think about lengthening up to the back of that neck. And again, we're going to round that back, drop that head, chin to chest. And then we're going to grow nice and tall, shoulders back, head nice and high. Lovely. Really draw those tummies in. Think about squeezing those shoulder blades back behind you. And again, let's round that back, drop that head, chin to chest. Grow nice and tall, shoulders back, head nice and high. Think about lengthening up through the back of that neck there. So rather than looking up with your head, think about growing up through the back of that spine. And again, we're going to round that back, drop your head, chin to chest. And then grow really tall, squeeze those shoulders back, grow nice and tall through your head. Think about tucking that chin in slightly. Lovely. And then we're going to, again, round that back, drop your head, chin to chest. And then grow nice and tall, squeeze shoulders back, grow nice and long through your neck. Let's do one more. Let's round that head, round that back, drop that head. And grow nice and tall. And squeeze those shoulders back together, nice and long through the back of that neck. Lovely. Okay, so the next one we're going to do is we're going to really think on engaging these core muscles. So again, I want you to sit nice and tall in your chair, okay? Thinking again about bringing that back away from the back of your chair. And we're going to think about really engaging these tummy muscles. So I want you to think about finding that middle tilt of your pelvis. So you're not too rounded or not too arched. And we're going to think about drawing our tummy muscles in. So you could use your hands on your tummy if you want to for this one, because that can get you a good feeling of trying to think about drawing everything in here together. So we're thinking about tummies going back in, tummy button almost drawing into spine, and then everything in here tightening, okay? So a nice gentle contraction of your tummy muscles while sitting nice and tall. So we're going to have a go here. So I want you to think about drawing everything in together, tightening those tummy muscles, and then we're going to try and lift one arm up and down, okay? And again, I want you to think about drawing in those tummy muscles, and then we're going to lift the other arm. So you want to help it with your affected side or have your assistant help you lift it. Lovely. And again, we're going to draw in those tummy muscles. So think about gently engaging everything, sit nice and tall. We're going to lift up your unaffected arm and back down. Really think about keeping that balance. And again, draw everything in. Think about really getting those tummy muscles working. And we're going to lift up your affected side. Fantastic. Okay, that's really nice. Again, make sure you're breathing with this, and try not to hold your breath. We're going to try and engage those tummy muscles. So think tummy to spine, really tightening everything there within your tummy. And we're going to lift up your unaffected arm. Really nice. Nice and down. And again, we're going to draw everything in again here. And then I want you to lift up your unaffected arm. Or your affected arm, sorry. Helping with your unaffected arm. Really nice. Let's do one more here. Draw everything in. We're going to lift up the unaffected arm and back down. And then one more. We're going to draw everything in and we're going to lift up your affected arm. Really nice. Okay, the last thing we're going to do is we're going to do some sitting balance. So I want you again to sit forward away from the back of your chair. We're going to try and hold this for at least 30 seconds, and we're going to do 3 times. So when you're sitting in your sitting balance, I want you to really think about good posture. And if you can, we're going to have arms crossed on your chest. We're going to be away from the back of your chair, and we're going to try and sit and hold in really nice posture for 30 seconds. Have a little rest and repeat that 3 times. So again, I want you to find yourself in a good sitting posture, back away from the back of the chair, and then we're going to hold it. So nice and tall, think about drawing in those tummy muscles, shoulders back, nice and long through your neck, and we're really trying to hold this good posture as long as we can with our back away from the back of the chair. Now, if this is far too difficult for you, you could have your hands on your lap. You're just really trying to hold it as long as you can. And if you can't quite hold it for the whole 30 seconds, have a little rest when you can, and then just come back to it as soon as possible. Really nice, and have a rest. Lovely. So we're going to do that another 2 times. So really think about engaging those tummy muscles, shoulders back and down. Okay, off we go again. Sit nice and tall, hands on here or on your knees, or if you really need to, onto your arms or your chair, but make sure your tummy muscles are doing as much as they can. Nice and long and tall for your spine, shoulders gently down. Really engage those tummy muscles. Remembering to breathe. Really nice. Keep holding it there, really holding that good posture that we've been working on this last 4 weeks. Hold, and then relax. Fantastic. Okay, so we're going to do 1 more here. All right, so have your little rest, get yourself ready, sitting nice and tall in your chair, and off we go. Again, drawing those tummy muscles in. So if you think of your tummy muscles like a web coming across here, I want you to think about gently engaging everything as if you're trying to cinch in your waist. Grow nice and tall, long through your neck, shoulders gently back and down. Really nice. Keep breathing here. Really lovely, everybody. Got 5 seconds. And then we're going to relax. Well done. Okay, so get yourselves a drink if you need one. We're now going to go into our main circuit. So what we're going to do here is we're going to do 3 exercises, and we're going to aim to do this circuit at least 2 times. Okay, so I'll go through the exercises as we go, but what I want you to do is just obviously work at your own pace. You don't have to keep up with me. You can just work at a pace that suits you. So we'll be doing each exercise for 1 minute. Okay, so I'm going to get my stopwatch ready. The first exercise we are going to be doing is going to be a side bend. So if you can sit forward in your chair or have your arms on the outside of the chair. We're going to be reaching down and back up. So what we might do is we might do one side. We're going to do one side for 30 seconds. And then we're going to do the other side for 30 seconds. So this is a nice one to work on these muscles at the side of your trunk here, side of your body, which help with that posture, help with your core muscles working. Okay, so off we go. Let's go down to the right side first. So if you need to, you can have your arm on the chair for a bit of support, especially if this is your week away. But if you've got the balance too, then try and do it without holding on with your other hand. But just make sure you're safe and you've got someone there to supervise you if needed. Okay, off we go. We're reaching down to the right and back up. Now, if you wanted to make this a little bit more challenging, you could hold on to a light weight. So that could be like a little can of food or a light hand weight. But we're just really thinking about controlling and working the muscles on this left side. Make sure you only go as far as you can control. So there's no collapsing to the side. So it might only be a little movement. That's it. Lovely. And then we're going to change arms. So we're going to have our left arm down and we're reaching down and back up. Really nice. Down and up. Lovely. So you should feel the muscles this time working on the right side of your waist. Really nice. That's lovely, everybody. So try and keep that posture throughout. So try not to collapse down. We're sitting nice and tall with the back away from the back of the chair. Really nice. Let's do one more and then back up. Fabulous. Okay, so the next exercise we're going to do is a modified sit-up. So for this one, I want you to sit forwards on your chair, okay? So sit a bit forward if you can, and then you're going to relax back into your chair. Now, the further forward you are, the harder it's going to be. So if you find this quite difficult, you could just work on here. So the idea is that we're going to be here. We're going to think about, if you can, hands up, sitting up nice and tall, and then sitting slowly back. Up, and then slowly back. If that's really difficult for you, then you could just work here. So have bottom further back, and we're going to work at just coming away from the back of the chair and then sitting back. So find a range that, again, challenges you. It doesn't want to be too easy, but it's achievable. Okay, so again, you could slide hands along lap, or you could have them up for a bit of an extra effort. So we're going to go for 1 minute here again. I'm going to get my stopwatch ready. Okay. Ready? And off we go. Sit back and then sit forward and then slowly back. Nice. Good. Really use those tummy muscles to control the sit forward. So I don't want any flopping back in the chair. Nice and controlled. Really lovely. That's great, everyone. Keep it going. Really nice. Nice and controlled. We're over halfway now. Remember, if you can't have your hands up here, then have them on your lap. We're coming forward, using those tummy muscles to sit you forward. That's the main thing here. We're trying to work and use these muscles here to sit yourself forward and back rather than your arms. Lovely. Got 10 seconds. Lovely. Let's do one more here. And then relax. Well done. Okay, the last exercise we're going to do is a bit of a twist. So we're going to try and sit nice and tall in the chair again. We're going to have our hands up in front of us, and we're going to try and twist side to side. Now, if that's too easy for you, then you could twist and reach your arms each way to add a bit of an extra challenge to your tummy muscles. So again, we're going to do that for 1 minute. So sit nice and tall with your back away from the chair if you can. Okay, and then we're going to twist. So hands up at your chest. So you're either twisting from the waist here. So think about the movement coming from your waist rather than your arms or your shoulders. And if you can do, we're going to twist and reach. Lovely. So picking an exercise and level that challenges you, that is achievable. Really nice. The important thing here is you're looking for control. Fantastic. That's it. Really nice and controlled. Lovely, guys. Well done. Now that's a bit too hard for you. You could just have one hand lightly on your knee or on the arm of the chair. But I want you to really try and use your tummy muscles if you can. Sit. Let's go one more time each way. And back. And then relax. Fantastic. So we're going to go over those exercises one more time. So we're going to go back to the first one, which is the one where we're leaning down to the side. So again, I want you to sit nice and forward on your chair. Okay, you can do. And we're reaching down to the side and back up. Again, imagine there's a plane of glass in front and beside you. So you're trying to move straight down to the side rather than leaning forward or leaning back. Again, you're only going as far as you can control. So we're going to do 30 seconds each side. Okay. And get yourself ready. And we're going to go down to the right. Off we go. Reaching down and back up. Really nice. Good. Down and up. Fantastic. Nice and controlled here. Good. That's it. Down and up. Really nice. Keep it controlled. Let's do one more on this side. And then we're going to change over to the other side. Okay. Down to the left. Remember, you're holding with your other hand if you need to, but you're trying to use your tummy muscles here at the side to pull you back up rather than your hand. So we're really focusing on working our tummy muscles. Really nice. That's it, everybody. You're doing really well. Good. Fantastic. Keep it going. Lovely. Let's do one more here. And then relax. Fantastic. Okay. We're going on to our sit-up. So get yourself sat a bit further forward in your chair if you can. Okay, so going to wherever you find a challenge. If you found beforehand it was a bit easy hard, then it might be adjusting your bottom further forward for a bit more of a challenge or further back to make it a little bit easier. Okay, so we're going to go again. Relaxing back. Off we go. Sitting forward and then back. Lovely. Forward and then back. Really good. Keep it going. Nice and controlled. And forward and slowly back. Really good. Forward and slowly back. Sit forward. Use those tummy muscles. Remember, hands can be on the legs if needed. And then back. Good. And forward and slowly back. Good. Forward and control it back. Use those tummy muscles to pull yourself up and control yourself back. Keep it going. Lovely. One more here. And then relax. Well done. Okay, we're going to go into our last one, which is our sitting balance and rotation. So again, I want you to sit nice and tall in your chair, trying to have the back away from the chair if you can. And we're going to try twisting from the waist side to side. If you want to, we can add in the arm reaches. Okay, so to add a bit of an extra challenge. So off we go, nice and tall, twisting from the waist, reaching if you can, and the other way. Or alternatively, you're just keeping your arms in towards your tummy, working on that twisting. Again, feel the movement happening from your waist rather than your shoulders. So we're really thinking about getting these tummy muscles working as we twist. It doesn't have to be a big movement, okay? It can be a really little one. It's just making sure that it's coming from your middle rather than your shoulders. So that we're really using those tummy muscles to help move and support it. And having a nice strong tummy is really important, a nice strong core for your posture, for your back, and it can really help with, if you suffer with sort of backaches and things, activating your tummy muscles can really help with that. Making sure everything's moving and working as it should. Fantastic. Okay, well done. So we're going to go into a short cool down now. Okay, so what I want you to do is we're going to have a sit nice and tall. I want you to reach your arms out in front of you or alternatively on your lap. You're going to round your upper back, drop your head chin to chest, and take some nice big breath in and out here. Lovely. Nice big breath. Really feel that stretch across your upper back. Fantastic. And then we're going to grow nice and tall. If you can put your hands or one of your hands towards the base of your back, or alternatively, if that's a bit tricky, hands on your lap. I want you to think about really widening those collarbones, really trying to widen up here and feel that stretch across your chest. Take some really nice big breaths in here. So big breath all the way into the bottom of your lungs. And out. Good. And let's do another big breath in. And out. Good. And one more breath here. Big breath in. And out. Lovely. Okay, let's sit a bit further forward on your chair. I want you to straighten out your left leg. Okay, have your right knee bent. We're going to sit nice and tall, and I want you to lean forward only as far as you can do until you feel a stretch down the back of that thigh. Hold that there. Take some nice big breaths in and out again. Really relax and feel the stretch down the back of that thigh. Make sure you're keeping your chest nice and upright and you're not collapsing up or down with this one. So you're overarching or rounding your back. Really nice. And then we're going to change legs. So we're going to straighten out the right leg here, left leg bent. Sit nice and tall, and then you're going to lean forward from your weight. So I want you to think about really going tall to your spine. Feel the stretch down the back of that straight leg. Nice big breath in and out here. Really lovely. Congratulate yourself for doing this class today. As always, if you ever need feedback for us, we always appreciate it. So if there's anything you want to see, then please just either leave a comment or you can send a message to the Different Strokes Facebook page. And back up. Lovely. Okay, we're going to bring your left leg back now. Okay, so back underneath you a bit. So you might want to use your other foot. You can have your hands on top of the left leg firstly, and we're going to lean down just to give a stretch to the back of that left ankle. Lovely. We're just going to hold that one there. This is a really nice stretch you can do for your ankles in the day. They do tend to get a little bit tight, especially if you're sitting a lot of the day. If you have got a splint on, it might be that you need to loosen it to do this exercise. It might restrict you a little bit. Lovely. And then we're going to change over. So you're going to bend your right leg back. Okay, we're going to put our hands on the right knee, and we're going to put some pressure down through that right leg to feel the stretch through the back of that ankle. Take some nice big breaths in and out here. Really lovely. That's it. And then relax. Lovely. Okay, thank you very much for joining me today for this Different Strokes exercise class. As always, if you have any feedback, leave them below. Give us a like if you completed the class and you've enjoyed it, and I look forward to seeing you all next week. Thank you. Bye.